The homie's got to burp me.
What homies are you talking about? Because I, for a fact, have never burped you. Who's burping you? Yo, this is EXFactor episode 14.
Yes.
Holy moly, we have a set.
It looks so much better.
This looks like we're actually doing this for real. I want to get right into this because I'm tired. We just set this up. We've been working for hours. Literally, what time is it right now?
It's freaking 9:52.
Kind of tastes like flat soda. Like it's sweetened. Like it's not.
It's very sweet.
Is yours carbonated?
It's only 100 calories.
But anyways, the other day we had an argument. We fought. Let's talk about it.
All right, you can go.
First of all, let me be honest with you. I'm gonna be so honest.
I don't like that you. First of all, I don't know what argument you're talking about. I think I have an idea, but
what do you mean?
Are you talking about Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't like that you wait until we get on this podcast to.
No.
First of all,
here's
you're
the
so
thing.
nice to me at first, and now you're like, let's talk about it.
Well, here's the thing. There's two things. One, we filmed a podcast that we never posted, and we argued, and it was actually really good. It was like one of the ones we didn't record, but it was so good.
Yeah. Okay.
And I didn't post it, and I was like, wow, that was such a good argument.
Okay.
But secondly, I'm not gonna lie, this is genuine. No, cameras are off.
No, they're on. Actually, go ahead. Kick me when I'm down, Xander.
No, down. Why are you down?
I'm PMSing.
Oh. About to get laid off your job.
Yeah, I don't freaking know what's going on at work.
That's a lot. Anyways, let's talk about me for once.
So let's reel it back in.
No, listen.
Go ahead.
The other day, can you remind me what happened?
Why don't you remind me? Because I thought everything was fine.
No, here's the thing. Was that Sunday?
Saturday, I was drinking. A lot of drinking.
Okay.
All day.
Okay.
At 5 p.m. or something, I'm pretty sure it was 5 p.m. You texted me and you were like, oh, let's set up the podcast later tonight. And at 5 p.m., I was relatively sober. I was like, great idea. Let's do that. That's a great idea.
And you said, yeah.
I did. I said yes.
Okay.
And then not only that, but like the week prior, I had asked our friend Kevin if he wanted to go because it was a full moon Saturday night. And like a couple of months ago, me, Xander, and Kevin went to the beach and I like got some moon water because I do that. If my dad hears this, he's going to like literally be like so disappointed in me. But anyway, I do that.
Can we explain what moon water is?
Yes,
moon
it's like
water
a
is when there's a
spiritual thing. Well, it doesn't have to be a full moon. It's just like there's certain properties during the full moon, and that's why you get moon water during the full moon. You can either grab any water and like put it outside so it charges under the full moon, but I wanted to get like ocean water.
Yeah,
and so we went.
Earth.
Yeah, and it was like a lot of fun. So anyway, I was like, okay, next full moon is Saturday. Kevin.
And this is like a week before you're making these plans.
Right.
And it was a whole thing in the group chat. I didn't respond because I forget. I was like busy or something.
To be fair, it was not a whole thing in the group chat. I said, let's do it. And he said,
no. I'm saying like, and he was like, oh, I guess Xander's not here. And then you're like, oh, it'll be just us. Is that fine? And he was like, yeah, that's fine. Duh. And then
that's it. That's all I said.
But it was like an exchange. It was like a very solidified plan.
It was a thing. Yes. Again, I'm in the wrong. First of all, I don't know what you mean by we fought. You literally were like, I'm disappointed in you. And I was like,
no, I didn't say that.
I know.
That's
I'm
so
sorry.
Pretentious.
That is pretentious. I was literally like, get off your high horse.
No, I forgot even how I brought it up. But I'm just saying there was like 3 plans.
Anyway, there's 3 plans, and I completely flaked on quite literally all of them. I think I was at the place that I was at until like 2 a.m.
Right, and then not even, and then at like 10 o'clock.
I called.
Well, at like 10 o'clock, Kevin came over to my house because you didn't go to Moonwater with him, so he came over to my house, and then we were just hanging out, chilling, and then he looked up from someone. He's like, "Oh, Elena's coming," and I was like, "What? I thought she's at Leah's." And she's like, "Yeah, she's gonna come," and she said, "Be there. See you soon."
I know I said that, and then I don't know what happened.
And then hours later, he leaves. I go to sleep. It's like 2 a.m. and I look at my phone. Hello? He's like, "Is Kevin at your house still?" And I was like, "No, it's 2 a.m. He left hours ago." And you're like, "Oh, I was gonna come over." And I was like, "Bro, you said that like 3 hours ago." And unless I know you were lit, I know that's you were lit. That's fine.
I was so lit, and also I completely take full responsibility. Like while I was not lit, I made the plans and I was ready to go, and then I got lit. I'm so sorry. Like I truly, and it's not dependable, and it does happen to me a lot. Like I'm not
gonna lie. When we make plans, this is so serious.
This is so mean.
No, this is so serious. This is not mean. When we make plans and then someone else hits me up and says, "Hey, Saturday night you want to do something?" I know we have plans. I say yes.
Okay, but hold on, Xander. I feel like I've gotten so much better. I have gotten so much better. How can you not say that I've gotten so much better?
In one day, there was 3 flakes.
Yes, I understand that, but that doesn't happen that often anymore. It really does not. Like it really truly doesn't. I seriously have gotten so much better. I usually keep it to doing one thing now. I really do. Did I say that Leah's earlier? Whatever. I mean, it doesn't matter. I was at her house and I was not intending for it to be an all day thing. And I should have never said yes 100%, but like I truly did not intend for it to be an all day thing. Again, I'm getting better. I'm not saying no as much, or I'm not saying yes to as many things. Like
I'm not saying to not say yes. You can say yes to 100% of things.
But show up.
And then also...
No, but
like,
I'm not gonna
use something. You know the issue, so like use your calendar and then like, actually look at it.
So
don't just say yes without.
You're right. So I have a physical calendar right now. After literally Saturday, I can literally show it to you. It's at my house. I don't have a picture of it right now. I literally have a physical calendar, and I started writing things down. Literally after you talked to me on Sunday, I was like, I need to get it together. Like it seriously is disappointing because it makes me like. I know I'm a dependable person, but when I say yes to a million plans and they don't show up to any of them, like also another thing that like that it really ruins for me is I get freaking exhausted. Like if I'm trying, and then I'm stressed for this plan to get to the next plan, and like I'm not present the whole time, and like so I've been working on that, like I really have, but like I really messed up. I dropped the ball this weekend, like heavy.
But so you can't just say I'm not gonna say yes as much. Like I'm gonna do less plans or whatever. You have to be intentional about it. Well, so you have to say this week I'm gonna go out 2 times, whether that's to a restaurant or whatever, and that's how you prevent yourself from being exhausted.
Yes, that's true. But what I've been doing to stop the dependability thing, and I truly believe like I've been way better. Like I've been doing just one thing a day. Like I'm not saying I would doing one thing every day. I'm just saying when I say I'm going to do something, that's the thing I do. And then it's like I don't make other plans afterwards. I'll be like, no. Like I'm finding it more comfortable to say no. My issue is like I feel like I'm like a people pleaser, so I don't want to say no to other people's plans.
Okay.
I know but and then also low key, like I know this is not a cop out. Like I understand this is still my fault for doing this. Low key, people pressure the hell out of me.
So this is exactly 100%, and this is why it makes it hard for me because one, I know plans stress you out, and I get it, right?
Plans don't stress me out. People being upset that I can't make their plans.
You just said you don't like saying no to plans. You don't like saying no.
Yes, but it's not the plan. The plan is fine. It's just like I want to be able to say no, but then the person's like all sad.
Right. Yeah.
Nothing. No rebuttal. Nothing.
No, I don't know.
Either way,
I'm thinking 100%.
about. I need something. I need to be intentional on. I need to use my damn calendar. I've literally like.
I figured out what I'm gonna say. If someone is making you feel bad for not going or tending to a plan, that is not them. Yes, of course they want to hang out with you, but that's a selfish motive. That's like, I want to hang out with her. Like, what does she do? Like, why can't she say yes? That's a selfish motive. Now, if it's a repeating thing where it's like every single time they ask, you're saying no, different story. But I think for the most part, since you say yes to like 90% of things, the few things you say no to, you are doing it because you're tired, you have plans, you can't go, whatever.
No, usually if I'm saying no, it's a legitimate reason. Actually, I mean, saying no in general should just be a legitimate reason itself. But I'm never just like, oh, I don't feel like it, bro. Like, no, I have a legitimate reason. I'm either tired or like whatever. Yeah. But yes, I agree. I know I like dropped the ball on Saturday. I really did. Like, no like niceness to it. I dropped the ball. And it makes me so sad when I drop the ball on you and Kevin because like, truthfully, it's like one of my favorite things to do ever is hang out with you two. Like I freaking love it. So I'm an idiot. I woke up the next morning and I was like, ooh, I'm an idiot. And you literally were just like, bro, you got to be more dependable. And I was like, oh, okay.
See, the thing is, you're dependable when it comes down to it. Like if you're needed or like for emotional support and all these things, you're very dependable for. Mm-hmm. But for the small, like mundane things, like hanging out, like random plans, you're not as dependable.
I think also that this is something that I've like been reflecting on a lot, like in the past like few days, is I think I need to be more intentional about who I give like majority of my time to, mm-hmm. I guess is like what I'm thinking. Like, I think that I don't want to hurt people's feelings. And then I just like let that get in the way of like who I actually think is like a better time, not a better time to be around, but like who I actually like, who would fulfill me more to be around. Does that like, I feel selfish being like, no, I'd rather hang out with Xander and Kevin right now. Even though it is something that I just genuinely want to do. I don't know. I'm rambling at this point. But
the issue is we have grown up in a city that we've lived here all our lives. We know a lot of people. We have a lot of circles. We have a lot of connections. Yeah. Could be someone we haven't talked to in 6 months. Oh, let's hang out. but there's all these other things going around.
Yeah.
So I think that, I mean, I don't know necessarily an action item, but when I moved to San Francisco and I've talked about this too on the podcast, my circle, you just can't keep up with people when you're away. And so now I feel like I hang out and connect with a lot fewer people, which I like in some aspects, don't like in other aspects. But it's just helped me like really know the people that you have to keep up with.
I can't this is not me trying to be pretentious. I'm not trying to be any type of way, but legitimately, if I wanted to, if I said yes to everything, I would have at least like 2 plans a night every single night. Yeah. And so like that, and I like having a big circle. I've always had a big circle. However, I do think that like growing up, you need to realize that like you can still have the big circle, but like the core people that you hang out with more, like you need to have a core people that you hang out with more often. It's just way more fulfilling that way. I don't feel as tired when I'm like consistently having plans with like my core people, if that makes sense. Like, but yeah, anyway, it's definitely something I need to work on. This has been a problem for a lot of years. And I know that this has bothered you for like years of our friendship.
And this is the thing I feel like, because you said like people get upset and people, you know, I know a lot of people have confronted you about things like, oh, you don't do this, you're not a good friend this way. Yeah. And I see that, and you talk to me about it and everything like that. Yeah. And it really makes me feel like I would just add to that by saying something like this.
But like this is fair, right? Like that, I feel like sometimes the people that come up to me about that kind of stuff, I truly feel like it's like you said, selfish. Like it's self-motivated. Yeah. It's like it's not even realistic. Like I'll have just like hung out with those people and like it's still an issue. So like, you know, all I'm saying is like I think you should still be able to tell me that regardless. Like you shouldn't. I do that too. Like I worry about other people's feelings so much that like I don't want to tell them something because I don't want to add to it, but then it just like gets in the way of our friendship. Like you telling me, and again, you're not telling me. I like that you tell me things because when you tell me them, it's not overly emotional. It's not super loaded with emotion to make me feel bad. You're just like, dude, you know, you got to be more dependable. Like you said this, and you get it off your chest and it's good. Yeah. And like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, so in therapy I've been doing...
Oh, I thought you were going to be like, okay, well, another thing. I was like, okay.
In therapy, I've only been like to 3 sessions, but we like made goals on what we want to do, what we want to like strive for, which I think is super cool because I didn't know like there was a few things that like I was had questions about or like wanted to figure out.
How many sessions have you gone to?
Tomorrow's the 4th one. No, wait.
Oh my goodness.
Not even. Tomorrow might be the 3rd. I don't know, 3 or 4.
I'm going through reality alone right now. My therapist is out.
She said, listen.
She said, this is a lot. I need vacation. Dude.
Yo.
I haven't talked to her in like 2 weeks. You can tell, dude. You can tell.
Well, we set goals, which is cool because like sometimes people are like, why am I in therapy? So it's cool to set goals. And she's like, you don't have to know what they are now. We can think about them in the next couple of weeks. But one of them was just like, I want to get better at confrontation. Like I feel like I'm so... Even whether it's a stranger, like some like, I just don't.
Do you just not like to make people feel bad? Because that's why I think I'm fully right in a situation and I still get too worried to confront because I'm like, that person's going to feel really bad. And like, if I made a mistake like that, I wish that like people would show me grace. Does that make sense? Yeah. Unfortunately, and this is something I did talk to my therapist about. Unfortunately, my therapist was just like, does that make people be any less harsh with you when you mess up? I was like, no, not really. Like people just like tell me how they feel. Like, and like, what good does it do me to like just keep it in? Obviously, I'm never going to be someone that's like really mean and stuff when I'm upset. But I just like don't like to say anything at all. Cause I'm like, oh my God, they're going to feel so bad about themselves. And it's like, instead I just feel bad.
Yeah. And sometimes it's just awkward too. Like I think for me, I don't know if it's the feel bad. It might be a little bit of that, but it's just very uncomfortable to bring up. Super uncomfortable.
I mean, I can't even return things at the restaurant when they're wrong. Unless they're like super wrong. And then I'm just like, hey, but like, okay, if it's right and it just tastes bad, I'm eating it. Like, bon appetit. Like, but if it's a wrong order, then I'll be like, hey, like, I'm so sorry. I'm sure I totally said it wrong. Like,
yeah, you do overkill. This. I'm like,
I do way overkill. I know I'm probably making everybody uncomfortable.
I would rather you yell at her, please.
I'm like crying at the table. The server's like, she always like this? Like, no, yeah.
But I think also, like, as far as friendship goes, it's just delivery. Like, if someone comes up to you and says, listen, like, this actually bothered me, friendships or relationships, whatever, like, hey, this bothered me. and talk about it like that. Yeah, like what you said, like not an emotional thing, like just like straight up, like this was the thing.
It's just so hard because you know you disappointed your friends. It feels horrible. Like I woke up Sunday, I'm telling you, I felt horrible. And it, like obviously in the grand scheme of things, I know it's not that big of a deal. I mean, but it's definitely something that like it's a consistent character flaw of mine. Like it really is. Like it's an issue I deal with in a lot of areas of my life, and I don't know, like I am working. I do think that I'm a million times better. I know maybe it doesn't feel like that to you, but like I know I am. Like but I just feel it's so hard to disappoint the people that like you love. It's just really hard.
But then again, like would you rather, like, okay, imagine Sunday, like you disappoint. That sounds weird to say, but like whatever,
it
disappointed
is though,
us.
but whatever.
And then, like, would you rather them not like be like, I mean, this is just like what happens. It's fine.
No, I would want
right.
you to talk to me about it because I want you to respect me enough and to respect.
And that's why, that's why you shouldn't feel bad. You shouldn't feel like, oh, I don't want to make this person sad, because
it should be motivating to like fix it.
Yes, they would want you to.
Yeah.
The right
friends would want you to fix it.
Yeah.
Right. And like, I think, again, like I am really glad you told me, especially because like, honestly, like your reaction to my apology felt like you really took my apology. Like, and then Kevin, I apologized to Kevin too. He was like, dude, no problem. Like, I really just wanted to hang out. Like, and like that makes me feel worse and better because I'm like, if you were just mad at me, this would be easier because I'd be like, I deserve this. But then you're so nice on top of it. And I'm like, okay, like kill me right now.
Yeah. Dude, okay. Have you watched the Ned's Declassified podcast?
No.
Dude,
guaranteed probably 99% of the time, if you ask me if I've seen a podcast, the answer is no.
It is stupid good. Like, I'm surprised.
I didn't even watch Ned's Declassified, the show.
I've seen a couple episodes when I was younger. I didn't really watch TV like that.
I wasn't allowed to freaking watch TV. They took that shit away. Honestly, okay, my parents didn't care about like my little sister has been watching Rambo since she was like 3 years old.
That's how it happens with younger siblings. Parents get tired.
No. My parents didn't care if I would watch like violent movies.
Oh,
they care about Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. Like I've been watching Lord of the Rings since I was like 6.
Yeah.
They cared about like, they thought I was picking up the attitude of like all the girls on like Disney Channel, like That's So Raven, the Cheetah Girls, whatever. They were like, you're like acting horrible, so they cut my cable. My conspiracy theory is that we were too poor to have cable, and they were like, I'm gonna make it your fault because I'm pretty sure you could disable channels.
They're like, matter of fact, no breakfast or dinner either. Only ramen like, for the rest of
food stamps. Keep talking. Unemployment coming up.
Yo. Okay. Anyways, my parents were, as far as TV goes, I was only allowed to watch a couple Disney Channel things, nothing Nickelodeon. So in that aspect, strict too.
See, that's crazy.
You just said yours were the same.
No, I mean, yeah, they didn't want me to like have an attitude like a teenager, but like I could watch SpongeBob.
Like Victorious, I wasn't allowed to watch because my dad was like, "Oh, those are older people," and it was probably, he didn't say the attitude thing, but it was kind of like along those lines, like older themed, whatever. Anyways, not the point. Why I brought that up.
I just wanted to vent about it because I know my mom listens to this.
That's a whole other topic in itself. Okay, but anyways,
just come back to it. Circle back.
Ned's Declassified. So if you don't know, it's like, it was a show on Nickelodeon, and they just gave advice for surviving middle school. And so the three main actors, from that show, started Ned's Declassified Adult Survival Guide or something like that.
God, I need that.
Yeah, dude. But they are they're just so like intelligent and so like so deep, and like they're very smart, right? Yeah. But Ned said something, and I think he heard it from somewhere, but he talked about a way to get through arguments with a significant other, because he's like, sometimes you fight back and forth and you just like keep cycling, like in the same argument. You're sitting there
and you're like, what are we even talking about? We've just been saying the same thing and there's no ending.
Right. You seem like you're about to get it, and then you bring something up, and then it goes all the way back around, and it's like, there's no solution.
It's just like, how many times can I repeat myself?
Yes, there's zero way we're gonna get to a conclusion. Dude, he said that a strategy that he heard of, he hasn't been in a relationship since, so he hasn't tried it, but what is your issue?
I was trying to burp myself.
We had to cut the cameras and start it again, and she's over here burping herself.
Dude, sometimes I just like, the homie's gotta burp me.
What homies are you talking about? Because I, for a fact, I've never burped
me.
you. I've caught
I gotta be
your
burped.
throw up, but I've never burped you.
Oh my God.
Who's burping you?
So they get the burp and I get the throw up?
Yeah. What the heck?
Who's burping you?
Bro, when I find out someone else is burping you, bro. Okay, anyways.
So funny. Meanwhile, it's like, everyone's like, why would you want to do either? Oh my God. I threw up in your hands not once, but twice.
Twice, yeah.
My mom's going to be so ashamed. Like, I think about my parents watching this like they do, but.
Well, I just think they should be impressed by the friends that you have. I know that we're like totally off topic right now, but really quick, just going right back to the argument thing. I am so blessed to have the circle of friends I have. Like the amount of stuff that they've done for me, like you've caught my throw up. Like I was just protecting my car.
You're like, that wasn't for you.
Yeah.
That was for the Camaro. But seriously, like just in general. Anyway,
Yeah.
please keep going. Ned's declassified. They have like this argument. Go ahead.
So Ned talked about a way to deal with arguments and relationships.
Yeah.
Tell me if this would work, because I'm a big believer in, I think that it's possible to have a relationship and not fight. What?
I just like, never agree with you when you say this. Like
You can have, everyone is different. You could be like 99% the same. You're still going to disagree. I'm talking about fight. Like on Sunday, did we fight? That wasn't a fight.
no, all I said was, you're right.
Right. Because I explained
Right,
it
but what if
rationally
you
and it
were
made sense.
wrong?
Right. So what he said to deal with arguments is one person gets 5 minutes to talk. 5 minutes uninterrupted.
Let's go.
5 minutes.
Okay.
Whole 5. That's a long time. It's only been 2 minutes since we started
Like
the
that's
cameras.
not enough.
5 minutes, right?
Yeah, 5
The next step is what blew my mind.
What?
The next 5 minutes. So we stop it, play it. You think you get to say your part? No. You get to say what I just said. And you have to say the 5 minutes.
Okay.
Even if you don't agree, you have to say exactly what the other person just said.
Okay. So this is a huge problem for me in relationships.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if I'm being gaslit or if I'm just stupid, because half the time that we're arguing, I'm not sure what the fuck we're arguing about.
That's the cycle thing.
Lost. I'm literally like, and like a big thing my ex would say all the time. He'd be like, we've just talked about this. Like we just argued about this and you're doing it again. And I'd be like, what are you talking about? Like, I know I'm an intelligent person. Like, I know I'm not stupid, but
You're
like,
wait, what?
he would make these connections that I was like, is it you? Is it me? Like, who's the problem here? Because I think I'm okay. But now I don't know. Like, seriously, I would literally be like, I don't know what you just said. I'm so confused. I'm so lost. So I think this is a great method for me to try, because I'm lost the whole time. I'm really lost. And again, I don't know if I'm being gaslit or if it's a me problem.
I'm trying to think about, but sometimes that's how it happens. You don't know what is being said. Like you don't know, like you're like, wait, the initial problem was something so different. You just keep talking.
I think a thing that I run into as well is like in an argument, I'm like emotional, but I also detach. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I just like, I'm not present. I'm not there. Like when you're mad at me, I'm like, oh my God, you're mad at me. And like all in my head that I'm thinking is like, I'm not even in the present like moment. I'm just like freaking out about the fact that you're mad at me. And I'm like super emotional about that fact. So then I'm like, I'm listening to you. I'm not like doing something else, but it's just like, I don't know. Anyway, what were you saying? So after that, you repeat what they said.
What they said for 5 minutes, you have to repeat everything. And like,
Genius.
even if you don't agree with it, you can't say your point of view until you repeat it.
I'd literally be like, so you said this.
Yeah, and then the other person goes, and then you have to repeat it, and that's just a way to, really say, because usually in debates and arguments, you're already thinking about your next point.
Yeah.
So it's cool to just sit down, listen, and be like, oh shit, I have to remember this because I have to repeat it to you.
100%. I'm like, oh, that's crazy because I'm about to hit you with something.
Yeah, exactly.
I think a big thing for me to like get over again is like, I'm so extra coddly with other people when I'm upset because I want that back so bad, and I just cannot fathom why like some people like are like spiteful or like mean when they're angry. Like, it's just really hard for me to like wrap my brain around because I'm not able to like turn that off as easily. Like I think I'm a very emotional person as much as I try to like like put on a persona that I'm not. I'm very, very emotional. And so like when I'm arguing with someone and they're saying things back that I'm just like, why would you say that? Like,
Yeah.
word in your brain. Why did you say that to me? Like, so
People think of arguments or disagreements as a you versus the other person thing, as opposed to like you should be working together
to fix the problem.
Yeah.
I mean, some problems just aren't fixable though. I'm not saying that. I just mean, I don't know.
You have to agree to disagree.
Yeah, kind of. And also, I do think that there is something like, I do think sometimes it's necessary to just like argue like passionately. Like it's I don't know. Maybe it's the way it's probably 100% the way I was raised. But like, I just like think sometimes like you do need to like yell at each other. Not cussing at each other. Absolutely not. Not like demeaning each other or anything like that. But like my voice, it starts raising. Like,
Yeah.
God. Thank God, dude.
What? That was so loud in my ears.
Oh, I've been trying to burp myself this whole time. It's like finally come out.
Yeah.
Anyways, so that's it. They just repeat. Like that's what happens.
I think that's crucial. It's just the repeating part. Just repeat it back.
That is something that I'm gonna start using because I'm telling you, I'm in these arguments and I'm just like
confused.
Nothing's going on up here. Like I don't know. I'm fighting for my life, but I don't know how. I don't know why I'm fighting for it. Like,
yeah.
Not actually.
Maybe.
Maybe you are the problem. Maybe it's you. It could be me.
If you don't even know.
I do know.
You know, like in the beginning, and then it starts get. Yeah, I get what
I do know. I do know. But not.
But then I don't.
The biggest thing in my ex relationship was straight up that like he would link things up that I was just like, how do those things relate? Like, am I really just? Do I really just not see it? Like, still to be TBD. I don't know if it's me or him, but like,
yeah.
But yeah,
it probably takes like arguing in a proper way to realize like, oh yeah, no, I wasn't the issue.
You know, true. Also though, you know what's really hard as an adult, like once you start dating and like you're in multiple relationships and whatever.
At a time, yeah. No.
Shut up. No, I just mean in life. Dude, in life, the more people that you start the more people that you eventually date, like when they all start saying the same thing about you,
then it's like
drives me crazy because then I'm like, it is me. I have things wrong with me. I'm not perfect. And in a lot of my early relationships, I can say I was perfect. Like, laugh, please. I don't sound like I'm an asshole.
No, for sure.
I'm just saying, like, when you're an adult and you really have to look in the mirror and you're just like, oh, I am the problem sometimes.
I didn't laugh because I didn't relate.
Oh, I'm actually not the problem ever. So.
No, not that. It's just, not a lot of experience. But I will say my past situationship, like for real, like it did show me it's possible to just talk it out, bro. It really is.
Actually, that was it is very, like, was eye-opening for me that like you straight up told somebody like, hey, I like this. This is what I like in terms of arguing. And boom, that just happened.
Yeah. And it was honestly, you have to set the tone as well. So like, I remember one argument that we had, she was like talking about, she's like, hey, this bothered me and this, and this. And she kept going, trying to justify. Like she was literally, I could tell she was expecting me to like push back. But
yeah,
I was like,
that's freaking trauma.
But I was like, yo, this from the jump made sense. Honestly, before you even said anything, low key, it made sense.
I messed up.
Yeah. So then when she said something, I was like, and I stopped her because it was on the phone. I stopped her. I was like, listen, like you're trying to justify yourself. From the start, I agree 100%. Like I shouldn't have done that. Like, I don't know. I even thought about doing it the right way and then I just got distracted, whatever.
I would have been walking around the rest of the day like, what just happened? Like, one thing my therapist did say, she was like, when you're used to chaos, like things that aren't that way and things that are like healthy and happy and stuff, they feel weird. Like they feel wrong. You're just like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Like, if someone said that to me, like, whoa, don't justify yourself. You're absolutely right. I would be like, this needs to stop.
Wait, but are you usually the one that gets mad?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not usually the one that gets mad. I want to be the one that gets mad. Well, not actually, but like, I mean, like, also though, that is a me thing. I have a very hard time showing anger.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do it. I don't remember the last
That's the thing
time.
that I'm saying. You don't have to show anger. You don't have to fight. Yes, speak passionately about
but
what
anger
bothers you.
is still an emotion that you need to feel.
Maybe,
you need to
yeah.
show. You need to say. 100%. Anger is not a bad emotion. There's no bad emotion. There's a bad way of showing it, but you need to be able to show it. You can speak and be
Show it
angry.
or tell it.
Show it, tell it, all of it. You can show it and tell it. You can show that you're okay. I guess showing it is by telling it.
You should be able to. However,
I'm not saying go slam things around, go give someone the cold shoulder, ignore them, whatever. I'm just saying you should be able to be like, I'm angry at you. Like, I'm very angry at you. Like, I'm very passionate about it, blah, 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 blah. Like, and that's fine. Like, anger is an emotion that, like, everybody feels. My problem is anger is the one specific emotion that I push down incredibly, like, a lot. The only time I show anger is like to my friends when I'm venting about a situation that I'm angry about, but it's never to the actual person who made me angry. Very rarely. The only time that ever comes out is like to my sister. She's seen it all.
dude, family's different, and that's
Family
another
is
thing.
way different.
That's
like,
another thing. I talked to my therapist. I was like, sometimes, like, cause I'm like you. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't get like mad at friends. I don't get like, I don't snap. I don't get like my fuse is not short.
Right.
But for some reason with family, like, and I acknowledge
it's just
it.
different.
I acknowledge it. And obviously, like, of course, they're the people that you grew up, you spent the most time with. You're going to be most comfortable with them. You're going to snap at them more. But also it's like, you know them more, so you should know the love is the realest with family, right?
That's so I was gonna say, I'm gonna be honest. I think the reason that I don't show anger is because, like, this is a very deep, like, therapy episode. I think my issue is, like, I have abandonment issues. Like, I have since I was, like, a really young kid, like, because of, like, history or whatever, and, like, we'll get into that someday. But basically,
Stay tuned. Next episode.
Stay tuned. Basically, like, I'm so worried that the person's gonna leave me if I show that I'm angry. And it's something that I really, really need to get over. But with family, where's Anna gonna go? Where is Anna gonna go when I scream at her and slam the door shut?
Yeah.
Nowhere.
Well, with you guys, like, that's different. A lot of siblings don't talk anymore.
That is, like, not acceptable or even an option in my culture.
Yeah.
So actually, I was
in your
talking to my
culture?
mom. Yeah, in my culture in general, you don't cut people off. That's family.
People or family?
Family. You
Yeah.
do not cut family off. Like, absolutely. It's just unheard of, which, again, I do understand. Like, I think that's a big thing in America. It's like, no, you don't owe anybody anything. Like, I mean, I think parents owe their kids something, but, like, it doesn't have to be the opposite way around. And I totally understand, like, why people here, they're just like, you cannot cut off or you don't owe anyone anything. You can cut anybody off, blah, 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 blah. I think, and it's because I do come from a different culture, I think that is a mistake to normalize that so much. I understand, like, I know that, like, there's a lot of, like, nuances to it, but I just, like, think that, like, the value of family in other cultures, like, it just makes you way happier ultimately. And yeah, does it make it hard? Absolutely. Like, I always tell everybody, I'm like, probably one of the reasons I don't get angry at anyone else is because I just waste it all on my sisters. Like, they just make me angrier than anybody ever could have. But, like, it's just, like, has never ever been an option to cut family off. And also another thing my parents always said, and I'm very happy they always said it, they were like, in this life you have nobody guaranteed, no one except for your sibling.
My mom said my parents said this exact same thing.
It's so true. At the end of the day, who do you have left?
Yeah.
Your parents are gonna die off, friends come and go, husbands, wives come and go, but your siblings, like, that's all you have.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and I fully agree with her, like, 100%.
What if you were an only child?
I think so. Something that they told my mom when she had me, they're like, if you love your daughter, like, give her a sibling. It's very important. 100%.
All the only child out there, only children out there
I mean,
are
it's not
listening.
their
Like,
fault. They're only children, but, like,
no, but their parents don't love them.
no.
That's
I'm just saying, I do think there are extreme benefits to having a sibling.
100%.
Yeah, I just, like, cannot even imagine being an only child.
Yeah.
No hate. Like, I just, like, believe that. No hate to only children. I just, like, fully believe everybody should have a sibling.
Yeah.
So
100%.
I had an actual topic to talk about today, not my freaking therapy. But now it's all going to sound stupid.
You're like, yesterday I farted.
No, okay. Actually, I do want to talk about something that I'm very passionate about, and nobody cares.
Okay.
And unfortunately, once again, I've said this before, but unfortunately for our audience, you have given me a platform to talk about dumb things.
Okay.
It's not dumb. Okay. Have I told you about Dracula Daily yet?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna tell them.
Excuse me. Say it again.
Dracula Daily.
No, say have I told you?
Have I told? So we just lie now? We're just liars.
Go ahead.
Have I told you about Dracula Daily?
No, what is that?
Okay, Dracula Daily. Basically, the book, the classic novel Dracula, was written in terms of like letters, diary entries, notes from May 3rd to November 7th. Okay. So this web developer, he basically set up this website that like sends you an email of the chapter from May 3rd to November 6th. So you read the whole novel in real time. So it's like his diary entry on May 7th, like you're going to read it on May 7th. And so like, I just think it's so freaking cool. Like I've always like,
wait, is that legit by the...
Well, another cool thing about Dracula, it's public domain.
Yeah.
So
I knew that.
So it
the
doesn't matter.
character is
There's
public domain. So you can use the character for whatever movie you want.
Why do people not use him more? Why is he like not in Super Mario? You know what I mean? Like, I would use him in a cameo in funny. Everything. I'd be like, boom,
was it
boom,
Hotel
boom.
Transylvania? Great
movie. Yeah. Great series. Yeah. Great. Wow, I love that movie. Actually, God, that's such a good movie.
Anyways, you've been reading that? Every to what?
Day. May 3rd to November 7th.
It's every day of those
every single day. No, there's some days missing. Like I think May 6th already. Like there was no entry, there was no diary, whatever.
Dude, that could be such a good spin-off. Like what happened in that day? That'd be crazy.
I mean, probably nothing that significant, but it's it's very cool.
Like conspiracies, like what happened?
I just think it's so cool. I'm reading it in real time as it happens.
That is very cool.
So nerdy, but it's so cool, and like it's cool to like talk to people who I've never read it. So I'm trying to get somebody to read it with me, and I'm like, just read it with me so we can talk about it. Like it's just our own little like. Have you read Dracula Daily today?
Yeah.
I told Becky. She goes.
I just feel like I wouldn't be able to like
Dracula.
Oh yeah, true.
You wake up in the morning, you take 10 minutes to read it.
No, I just feel like I couldn't like depend on you to make sure that like
that's so messed up.
I just wouldn't, someone else I probably would read it with them.
So messed up. I take nothing
that's cool though anymore. That's very
cool.
Yeah. Did you read today's already?
Cool idea. Yeah, I need another cool idea. Like sometimes it's weird, like they just introduce like new characters. Like today was just a new random letter from a random person to another random person, and I'm like, I can't do anything with this knowledge until probably like a month from now when the next time that person's like even included.
So this is like the original first Dracula
book. Yes, the actual classic Dracula book.
Okay.
And so it's really, really cool. I don't know. I don't know if like this is the first like vampire lore that was like really huge. But as a Twilight fan, this is just a very important piece of knowledge for me. Fine. But anyway, that's like the only real topic I have to talk about today.
Elena, the past 3 weeks,
I will say that Xander, shut up. How many episodes have we done? Today's 13? 14.
This is 14 today.
I will say
you would know that if you
you would know that if you were present and dependable. I feel like a solid like half of them.
No, most of them you have. Yes, most of them. The past 3. No. But it's okay.
But I still
honestly, I keep a note in my phone that says podcast for next week, and anytime I have a thought,
do that.
I have like 30 things that like I write down in the moment, and then I look at it later, and I'm like, this is a stupid topic.
I usually do that. The other thing, like, the other topic that I have written down that I like, I feel like we talk about it too much.
ChatGPT.
I know you love her. Okay, I tried to use ChatGPT the other day at work because
let's have a safe word whenever you want to bring up ChatGPT with no judgment. You're like,
can I talk about it? Artichoke. Can I please?
Artichoke. Proceed.
Like, yeah, go ahead. Damn it. What was I going to say? Oh, I tried to use her the other day because my job as a data engineer, sometimes I have to scrape websites and grab data. ChatGPT cannot actually visit any website. Cannot.
What?
Yes. ChatGPT cannot
not recent, but like after a certain date. I think there's a certain date that it knows knowledge of. But like if you ask things that happened today, it wouldn't know. But like I think a certain, right?
It literally was like ChatGPT, like I cannot scrape the web.
Yeah, because I cannot visit web pages. Things. I think there's a certain cutoff date where it like forgets everything since then.
No.
I don't
think you're right. It
because
literally said, then why would it say? It would say, I can't scrape websites more recently than this date. That's what it would say. Instead it just said, I cannot visit websites
because it's too late. It's past. Can't scrape at all.
What on earth are you talking about? I'm saying No, I mean, like, the website still existed. It just only sees the version of it that was.
That is now.
It cannot. It cannot.
Yes.
Just say cannot. It cannot look at websites. Period. Cannot.
Okay. Where does
And so
it know
that's-
everything from?
I don't know how AI works. I should. I don't
No,
know.
it definitely.
Dude, it literally said, it gave you the error. If you go to ChatGPT right now on your phone and say, visit this website and tell me what the title of the website is, it's going to be like,
Yes, because it can't do live stuff. I swear, it's like after like I'm gonna make this up. A year ago, it
Yeah?
doesn't know anything that happened in the past year or live things or anything.
so you want to say, visit this website as it was a year ago.
How would it do that? Time travel? It's not the same. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so we're saying the same thing. What are we arguing about? It can't freaking visit websites.
What are we arguing about? Throwback. Anyways,
What are we going back to? Oh, like 10 seconds ago?
when
I
you're
said that, I know.
when you're like in arguments and you're like, I don't know what we're
Yes,
arguing
that's what I'm
about.
saying.
yeah.
I don't know. Clearly, this is a me problem.
Bro, here's the thing. I'm such a big proponent of ChatGPT, but at this point, there are very few things I do in life without it.
Dude, you gotta chill out.
Dude,
because we
it's-
make fun of those people at my job.
What do you mean?
Ooh,
Like,
what do you mean?
It's efficient.
She's wrong a lot of the time. Maybe for
I'm
creative
not asking
stuff.
crazy things. I'm just
Okay.
saying, listen, write me oh my gosh. Okay, so there's this website that like
You can't do anything alone.
there's this website.
I hope employers are hearing this.
There's employers. I could not do that 5 to 9. No, listen. There's this website where you have to like pitch yourself for certain jobs. They'll like open up a thing, say, hey, we need 3 TikTok videos.
Yeah.
This is the company, whatever. I say, I'm trying to pitch this company. This is the description. Copy, paste, boom. This is the job that they need to be done. Copy, paste, boom.
You don't think
this is my
incredibly
experience?
incriminating of you to just be telling everybody?
I'm not trying to do it's freelance. It's like 3 videos that I need. Also, I can do the work. I don't want to pitch if like it can be written for me. I wouldn't
Okay,
wanna pitch.
but how much longer can you say you can do the work? Like, eventually you're going to be...
It's gonna do it for me.
No.
Oh,
Eventually you're going to be like, oh, like, I can't think of anything because I haven't practiced thinking and so freaking...
yes, that's what I'm scared of. I'm saying that.
So
I'm
stop
admitting
freaking
that.
using it. You don't need it. You didn't need it before. Ay.
It's so convenient.
That camera.
Yeah. Let's wrap it up here. Honestly, that was too. I don't want to start it again. This was a
Okay.
good. This was a good episode. It was very
It was just therapy and everything bad about myself.
X Factor therapy.
Well,
Good.
hope you guys learned something. I didn't. I'm still confused on what we're talking about.
Wait. Oh, we started. I thought we were just hanging out. Anyways, all right. We'll see you guys next week. Listen, like, comment, subscribe. Next time we're gonna be on episode 15, which is crazy.
That's such a little milestone.
And soon we'll see a neon sign here. It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be incredible.
Yes, can't wait.
Sorry if any of these angles were bad. We're gonna get better at it. Trust
He
me.
knows they're bad,
Yeah,
but it's okay.
dude. You're halfway out the frame, bro.
I'm fully in the frame, bro. What are you talking about? Like my full body. Look at my hand.
This is where it cuts.
In the
Just imagining it. That camera cut as soon as I said that. All right, bro.
Okay. Peace.
I'm gonna go get a lottery ticket. Bye.
Peace.
No, you said it right first.
I'm like, peace.